Janemba! 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 What's up, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter, Arafiles, and today we will be looking at the Dragon Star series Janemba that also says Dragon Ball Super, even though he's from the Dragon Ball Z movie. That's right. We're going to be opening this up, and we're going to look at paint, detail, articulation, and scale, and accessories. I know you guys have been wanting me to open this one up. I also don't have this on Dstar01 because, well, let's be honest, Bandai didn't want to send it to a small store like me. Well, enough of me talking. Let's go to the top cam. Let's see what we're dealing with here. First off, we're going to go over paint and detail. And we got Janemba here. Looking really, really good. And I got this on Amazon, actually. To my surprise, as his leg falls off. Don't worry, we'll just plug that back in. I got this on Amazon. He's really cheap, like $22.99. Pretty much the retail price that you can find this guy at. There were plenty last I checked. I got him on Friday, so let's turn on some light here. All right, so now that we got some bright light on him, let's look at the paint and detail. First off, let's look at his face, and that definitely looks like Janemba right there. Love how the eyes are painted with that beautiful yellow. And don't forget, we have the skin tone, which is a decently glossy. I'm starting to think they don't really paint these. I think they just color the plastic. So we have a beautiful crimson red with this light purple for the armor, and that looks really cool right there. Let's look at the chest area. I love what they did with the armor here. It looks like they raised parts of the armor, and of course they're continuing on with that purple, and everything else looks cool. And let's look at the white parts. We have the boots right here, and again they raised the armor parts, which looks like a pretty neutral white. And here's the one part I don't really like about this. The feet kind of just look, well, plain. It looks like they just colored like a usual like Goku boot, and then they put or a flattened Goku boot or something, and then they just put like a little black mark right there. Yeah, that's the only part that isn't really detailed is his feet, but everything else looks absolutely amazing. This definitely looks like Janemba. I really like what they did here. And of course, we have the tail back here with articulation points. Let's do a quick joint check. Everything is tight as ever. And speaking of joints, we're going to move on to articulation and scale. First off, let's see how tall this guy is standing. Let's go right here. And this guy is standing 7 inches tall. He is a really tall boy. And let's stand him up really nice and straight so we can compare him with other action figures. Here is Dragon Star's Bardock, Super Saiyan Bardock, which we will be customizing. And that's how he stands next to Janemba there. We have an SH Figure Arts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, so you can put these two together. And we have a Battle Collection Goku. Sure, I don't know why you'd want to bring back your 90s Dragon Ball toys to see them with Dragon Star, sure. And we have Anime Heroes Deku from My Hero Academia. Let's see if we can stand him up taller. So that's how he looks like. And if you're going to mix him with ultra premium action figures, here's the Mezco Supreme Knight Batman. So there you have it. That's how he stands with other action figures. Let's go over articulation. Here's something I've noticed right off the bat before we do the usual. This armor piece right here on his leg, the armor is getting in the way of the hip, so it looks like there is zero, well, maybe just a little bit, almost no articulation for side kicking right here, which is kind of unfortunate because he looks really cool. I don't know how they would have alleviated this, considering that they use Dragon Star joints, so that's kind of unfortunate. But let's go on to articulation. We have an up and down here at the ankle. We have a double jointed knee right there. We have rotation there at the thigh swivel, and again, no side kicking, but we can front kick right here. We have an articulation point at the upper part of his abdomen. And we also have, that's right, we have a shoulder joint, which is also a clicky joint. We have a bicep swivel. We have a double jointed elbow right there. We have a ball and peg here at the wrist. 2 at the neck, looks like. It looks like you can't really rotate the base of the neck right here, but you can rotate the head, which is really what you want it for. And of course, we have 2 articulation points here at the neck, or not, sorry, not at the neck, at the tail, looking to be over 20 points of articulation. But again, biggest issue, no side kicking, which is so unfortunate because he can't really do much besides front kick, maybe do an uppercut and whatnot. So his articulation is very limited. Side kicking is crucial for a lot of action figure movement. For instance, Saiyan Race on Earth can do all kinds of cool stuff because of his side kicking action. For instance, let's see if I can show you. So side kicking also allows it for him to kneel down better and to get better poses and whatnot. But because he doesn't have that, he can't really do much. So he's pretty much not kneeling correctly. Pretty much all you can do, like I said, is just punches and stuff. So that's so unfortunate. So let's move on to accessories. Let's go to the top cam right here. And let's look at accessories. Of course, we get Janemba's sword, which is super bendy. This is what it looks like. Yep, that is a bendy sword right there. And we get 4 extra hands. So let's just take out one of the hands. And it's just the sword hand right here. But first, let's look at the sword. That's pretty much it when it comes to accessories. You don't get much accessories with these figures, unfortunately. And let's focus up on the sword. And there we have it. That is the sword right there, which looks really cool. It looks like they added like a metallic paint to it, which looks really, really nice. Super bendy, like I said, but the metallic paint looks really cool with the red and the metallic dark purple right here. And just a regular glossy white here at the handle. So let's see if we could put this on his hand. Ooh, that was super bendy. And the hand is super rigid. My goodness. That is a really tough hand to open. Looks like we're going to need a tool here to open that up. Wow. That is almost too tight of a fit. Everyone, please stand by as I attempt to put this without breaking the sword. Looks like the sword is bendable, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, I got the sword on. It was a little bit difficult. That hand is extremely rigid. That means it is tough to bend to fit the sword in, but once you get it open, you can get the sword on. So there he is with his sword. Looks like it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. No issues here. Yeah. There you have it. There he is with his sword, and that looks really solid right there. Let's come up with a conclusion of the Dragon Stars Janemba. Here's my biggest issue. No side kicking. Yikes. I don't know how they would have alleviated this, like I said, in articulation. This is what I would do if I were to design this. I would probably open this one up a little bit more so it allows the armor piece to go in, or I would just not put this armor piece all together. Like, try to lower this down just a bit so we can allow for articulation. I mean, these are action figures. Articulation is very important. But yeah, unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Another negative, I have to say, it's not really a negative. You're just going to run into trouble like I did. The hand is extremely hard, so you got to get a tool and move it around a little bit so you can get the sword in there. And there you go. He holds it decently well. It is moving a little bit like that, which doesn't look good. So, yeah. And that's about it when it comes to negatives. When it looks at when you look at positives, wow, this is really cool. This is easily one of the best looking Janemba figures. And considering the price point is only $20, $20 to $25, you really can't beat that price for something that looks like this. And if you can find them, go for it. I say this is a highly recommended action figure to add to your Dragon Ball collection. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And last but not least, you can always visit my Linktree and join my Patreon where I give away, that's right, the highest tier. Get free action figures. How awesome is that? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.